How the fuck are ya? Welcome to my world. Anyways, today I got a little problem. I've been using one of those round mount things for my phone, which, as you can see, compared to all the other videos, is not on my handlebars. It was on my handlebars. It is no longer on my handlebars. I had to break it off my handlebars because I was using it to go from one to the other. So I could take it off one bike, put it on the other, take it off one, put it on the other. No big deal. Well, it's a big deal apparently, because it's broken. And I'm heading out to Cycle Gear to see what they have. I don't know, I might swing by Harley too. I don't think Harley has quad lock. I'd like to have a quad lock, but I've got a Galaxy S10. I don't know if they have a case for that. I don't know. It's like everybody's like, upgrade your phone. I'm like, I don't want to upgrade it. I like having a phone paid off for a few years before I upgrade it. I may end up getting a new one anyways, but I just reject this whole get a new one every 2 years sort of mentality. Use it up, throw it away, spend an unreal amount of money on something that you're going to throw away in 2 years, you know? It's insane. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. I'm not that old, I'm 46. But I just don't like throwing everything away. And it's hot as hell. It's 103. And I actually did not want to wear my vest today. I was not going to wear it because it's hot as hell. I'm trying to get comfortable here. And it's humid, so welcome to the Gulf Coast. We're technically in a drought, and it's humid as hell, and it's 103 degrees. You know, it's hot enough that if you feared hell before, you'll no longer fear it. That's just Texas for you. And Arizona, and New Mexico, and just Texas, we got the humidity to go along with it. And I got a new truck at work. Excuse me. I don't know how long I'm in it. My truck's still in the shop, but this thing has an automatic in it. I have never driven an automatic truck, ever. I mean, I started off in trucks that had like 5 speeds in them and a split axle. You know, you shifted with the axle for high and low. A little button that pulled up and down, if y'all remember that. And, you know, then I got, you know, triplexes and quadruplexes. Yes, the Maxidine is still a quadruplex. And that's only an 18 double over. And they're like 21 gears. Well, you don't use all of those gears. You skip some of them. And you don't use direct and 5th gear or in low. So, and 5th gear is overdrive. It says so right on the dash. 5th gear is overdrive. So, 5 low and 5 high, that's overdrive and double over. I drove the triplexes where you had the little cookie cutter top to them, you know, cookie top, whatever. And you had the button on the side to shift from, you know, direct to low or to high. And yeah, I ran a duplex too. Shit, I drove a deuce. Well, deuce and a half. And that's what it's got in it, you know. You got your main box, and you got high and low, and then you got your 6x. And it's not too complicated. It's just I'm comfortable having a stick. Maybe that's something Freudian. I don't know. My wife will be offended. Yes, I have to have a stick in my hand. Something hard to grasp. I don't know. but it's an automatic, and I jacked around with it a little bit today, and my concern was if it was going to be jumpy or anything like that, or how slow I could go, because I don't know if you've ever been in these factories that were built for a lot smaller vehicles, and that you go to places where it really wasn't intended for a truck, and I'm pulling this big road truck in there with a 7,000 gallon bulk tank behind it, and there's just no room side to side anywhere else, and sometimes I've got to creep to make it around things, especially if you work in the plant. You know what I'm talking about. They'll be doing construction or building something or just working on something, or there's equipment in the way, or you've got to make a sharp turn to the right or the left, and there's just barely any room to do it, and sometimes you got to creep through that stuff. And I wanted to make sure that the truck would, you know, creep and go down real slow and crawl. I was pleasantly surprised. It will go slow. My only other real concerns are two of them. The mountains, how it's going to handle the mountains. So I'm used to going through the mountains totally different. You know, I see a mountain I'm coming up on, or I know I'm coming up on a good grade. A mile or two before it, I've already kicked my engine fan on manual. It's no longer on automatic. And probably a mile or so before I get to it, I'm already downshifting one gear at least. Get my RPMs up, get the coolant circulating, that sort of thing. You know, help keep from overheating your truck. And if you're a truck driver and you haven't been driving long and you didn't know to do that yet, yeah, that would be a good idea. Turn your fan on before you get to the grade you're going to pull. And you might want to drop it a gear. You don't want to lug the motor when you're pulling, even on a pull that doesn't really seem like you're pulling. Like coming out of Barstow heading to Vegas, you're pulling that hill long before you get to that big thermometer in the desert, long before you get on the actual mountain going into Nevada. That's why you see all those trucks overheated on the side of the road. Y'all don't have pyrometers in the truck anymore or anything like that, so, well, you don't know that you're burning up that motor. Your gauges aren't telling you that. And I don't know if they tell you that in schools, because, well, I'm old enough, I didn't actually go to one. I had borrowed a truck from the company I was working for, and I went and took my damn test. My dad was a truck driver. My brother drives a truck. My uncles drove trucks, did construction, went back and forth between that and the oil field. I was driving trucks on a farm long before I had a license to drive a car. Yeah, I didn't need to go to a school. I think it's required now. I'm not sure. May not be. But that's a concern. My other concern is, of course, you know, downgrades, controlling it, you know, jake brake, that sort of thing. I don't even know how they teach y'all how to go down mountains anymore. Well, we always, you know, kind of, you know, they teach stab braking, and they teach going at a speed where your jake will completely hold the truck. And truth be told, what most of us do, that's not the gear I expected to be on, but okay. What most of us do is kind of somewhere in between, you know? And if we know the hill, we'll go a little bit faster. I'm gonna need to get fuel up here at some point. Might go on the Flying J. Might go on the one across the street. I don't know. But that's my other. It's gonna take going down a mountain or something to get kind of comfortable with it and figure out exactly what I need to be doing. that sort of thing. Hadn't been on this bike in a while. I don't think I've been on it in a month. I used to get my leg up that high. This one's got mids. Look like a cartoon character with your knees up in the air. Good control though. My final concern with the automatics is driving the snow. I don't know how that's going to work. I've heard more complaints about air ride steer axles because you can't feel the ice. But there's a lot of the times when it's just a sheet of ice. And once again, I've got the truck geared down. And I've got my RPMs up. And what I'm trying to do is prevent a drive wheel skid. I don't want to jackknife the truck. You don't want to be lugging your engine, your transmission, you know. You don't want to be lugging it on ice, having your RPM to too low of an RPM. So if your wheels do slip, what's going to happen is all of a sudden it's going to peg out your RPMs. And now you're in a skid. So that's kind of concerning. I think you can, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to lock it in manually. Like switch it over into manual mode if I'm in a situation like that. And of course, if I'm in a situation like that, I'm not doing 75, 80 miles an hour down the freeway. I'm probably doing like 45, 50 mile an hour. So it should be manageable. It's just, it's something that's new. Something I'm not used to. Something I've never done. And I'll find out if I like it. I'll let y'all know. Brake lights. See what happens when you relax for just a second. That's why you leave following distance. So you can stop. Oh, it's hot. It's extremely hot. But I'm gonna run over to Cycle Gear. I'm not gonna go to the big one, I don't think. The big one's over by Katy, Texas. That's like the largest motorcycle store in the world. At least in the United States, it's the largest one. And they still never fail to not have what I'm looking for. They have most of it, but I'm always looking for weird stuff. So yeah, that's the way it is. I'm never looking for something normal. I'll go in leaving people scratching their heads. Don't feel like going to the one in Houston. They're off 45. Was that just inside the Beltway? Armatures. I don't want to go that one. So I haven't been to the one in the Woodlands. So maybe I'll go there. She down 242. See where the road leads me. I'm not going to stay gone too long though. Open this thing up. Shit. It is way too hot. I need to lose weight anyways. We'll sweat some off. Everything is under construction. You'll go to turn in, it'll be like nothing but sand and gravel. And that's just no good. That's no good for anyone. There we go. I'm all sweaty. See my reflection. There we go. I'll try this.
They wrapped actual chocolate, poured in there, and blended it up.
I don't like taking my helmet off. What pump is that? Pump 6. I'm gonna put, how much is 3 gallons?
No, it's $3.38 a gallon.
It's 3.
Where's the calculator?
That's like $9, 9 or 10. Yeah, just put 10. Card, just put 10.
Go back to your card. Pump what?
Pump 6. Just put $10 on it.
$13.67.
Yes.
Have a good day.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know what the fuel price was. I wasn't really looking at the sign. I didn't know he was mathematically challenged. Okay, oh my god. This one wants us to add. Oh, I don't know why I pushed regular. I needed to push premium. Oh, we'll see how it runs on regular. So far, I don't like this gas station. I've been wanting to check it out. Their pump sucks. Like, quite for real, it sucks. And they have the E85 over here that my truck runs off of. Why is the pump this much of a problem? This is insane. Okay, now it's going. I don't think I'm stopping here again. 2885, I'll go to Dayton. If I run out of gas in front of this place, for some reason the Flying J is closed. Maybe it's an apocalypse situation. I'll be towed somewhere else. Yeah. I'm sorry, truck drivers and farmers. They're kind of similar that way. And yes, the straw so I can drink with my helmet on. Anyways, we're about to find out how good this runs. I'll run regular. I've never put regular in it. Probably gonna run like shit. But we shall find out. Am I recording? Yes, I am. My phone is in my pocket, so I can't see if we're recording on my phone. I forget, this bike will start in gear. My other one won't. I don't know why they didn't carry that feature over. Although it is kind of annoying when you can't find neutral when you try to start your bike. I'm so used to it that I immediately try to find neutral to start my bike. Let's do the slow race. I lost. I put my foot down. tennis balls get thrown through my mind. I may veer off into different subjects and songs and random shit that makes no sense whatsoever. Don't worry, I wasn't a crack baby. I'm a generation before that. My parents did weed and LSD. I think they did cocaine too, like in the 70s. When was the first time that I got stoned? HEB here. That would have been nice. I would have talked to that. I think this is a street that I used to live off of up here. And none of this was here. None of it. It was just a little trailer park. I almost want to go up in there and take a look. I might do that. I just might do that. We'll see. That's the house where Bear Dog died. One of my favorite animals ever. Another giant street up there. Like I said, none of this was here. None of it. I can't read the sign up there. Cannot read the sign. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. I fed you shit. It's my mistake. I deserve to be punished. Although it is loping more, like a potato more. Is that how I have to get my Harley to sound like a Harley? Put regular unleaded in it? Oh my god. Oh, the traffic, it sucks. Okay, I don't have much charge left, but I got a new mount for my phone from Cycle Gear here in Woodlands, Texas. And the construction company I started with, where I got my CDL from, we actually dug the retention pond and all that for this parking lot and the one next door, and cleared this land and helped develop it, and for the hospital across on the other side, up the road, all that good shit. And I can take my vest off. It seems to hold. We'll find out. I can turn the wheels. I can do everything I need to do. So we're going to test this one out. But the one that I had before, it broke. This one's going to be harder to change though. I have to use an Allen wrench to go from one bike to the other. What I might end up doing, I get a little more money, is just putting a different one on the other bike, and then I don't have to worry about it. But that seems like it's going to work. And well, I'll catch y'all later. So adios.